Red Falcon is back, but this time the alien organization has taken over a military base and have now possessed the troops that inhabit it. We need help, and fast. This can only be a job for Bill Reiser and Lance Bean. And no, those aren't the guys from accounting with seasonal allergy flare-ups. They are our beloved badass Contra Commandos back to star in Konami's highly anticipated sequel to Contra, Super C. This game was originally released in arcades in 1988 before being ported to the NES in 1990. Super C is noticeably more difficult than its predecessor. The bosses are bigger, the enemies are more incessant. But the last time I checked, our heroes are still rocking tight pants, no shirts, and some high-powered spread guns. Certainty of death? Small chance of success? What are we waiting for? What are you waiting for indeed? Click that subscribe button on our channel and turn on notifications so you know exactly when our new videos are going to drop. I'm currently putting out a new NES walkthrough every Wednesday, but I have some new ideas for additional content I'll be releasing in the future, and you won't want to miss out on that. So today we are working through Super C, the anticipated sequel to Contra. Not nearly as easy as Contra is, but the upgrades in this level, or in this game, are pretty significant. The bullets travel a bit faster. I liked the guns that were available. They're largely the same as the first, but the animations of them are enhanced a little bit, the graphics, and the fire gun, F gun, is a little bit different. It kind of creates like an explosion when a bullet hits. It has like a blast radius. So actually, it's coming up right here, and you'll be able to see. So right there, F gun kind of turns into this blast radius that it gives off when it hits something. So kind of cool. First level is pretty straightforward. You're going to be running forward consistently and trying not to, really not to stop other than a few spots. And one of them is definitely to pick up the spread gun here. We're going to aim to keep it just like we did in Contra when we did that walkthrough. If you haven't seen that, it's on our channel as well. And you can go back and watch it after this one, or make sure to watch it before you go to this one so you can, pick up on the story. Because this is a very story-driven game, as you can tell by the outfit chosen by our hero here. But like I said, first level, pretty straightforward. You're going to want to grab that spread gun, and I move forward kind of slowly at that spot to make sure I grab it. Don't miss it. If you do, might even be worth resetting. All right, first boss is just like that. We're going to stand to the left edge of this pit, shoot up as quick as we can, avoid the little bullets it shoots out. And if you've got that spread, you're going to take down this helicopter quite quickly. Just a few troops that find their way onto the screen as you're taking it out. But really not too challenging in this first level. Don't lose a needless life, being silly. I would say in this game, because there is no code to kind of lean on, that at least we're going to use here, really want to walk through that first level unscathed if you're trying to run to complete this game. Okay, second level was unique to the NES port. This was not available in the arcade game. This level, along with, I believe it was level 6 and 7, are unique to the NES port. Maybe it's 5. I can't remember exactly. But this was a different feel. And actually, another Konami title, Jackal, kind of had this same feel to it too. The top-down look. And, oh, watch out for those guys. Man, very, very sneaky, those red guys. If you get right into the middle of the screen here, you can take out those red enemies with the spread, just shooting straight ahead, and you'll avoid their shots as well. You're going to use that technique in a couple of moments here when we get to the end of the level, that you'll want to walk straight up the middle of the stage. You see that the gun positioned right in the middle, and then if you keep walking forward, you'll run right through the bullets. I didn't finish my thought earlier that this kind of has a Jackal feel to it, where it's the top-down look, and you're avoiding the bullets here that have limited range. Okay, walking straight through that part's going to bring you to the second boss rather quickly, and you're just going to go right up around him. The green guy is all you care about here, and with the spread, if you can just position yourself behind him and just wail away on the shoot button, you're going to take him out in very, very little time. And just like that, you're through 2 levels of Contra's sequel here, and now starting to get into the nitty-gritty of this game. Those first 2 levels are not super challenging, not in the toughest difficulty that this game has to offer. You start to get into it here in the jungle in Area 3, where you're going to have some of these guys popping up from behind the grass, kind of like they did in the jungle in the first installment. Grab a rapid there, get the item that destroys everything. some of these guns pop out of the ground. I'll just jump over them after they fire and continue to shoot down at them to destroy them. And as you go through this game, or this level specifically, you're going to see guys popping out of the trees. Always just be conscious to shoot up in the air there. If you have the spread, you can typically take out that cannon before those bullets come down and get out of the way. If you can't, those bullets are shootable. So if you don't have the spread, if you have a machine gun or something, you can shoot into the air to destroy those bullets that it shoots before they hit the ground. All right, through the wading waters here now. Again, shooting up into the trees. They like to just spawn, random enemies to run at you in this one. Troops that have been possessed by Red Falcon, which was quite an interesting point of the story I read before recording this video, is that these are all human beings now that have apparently been possessed by Red Falcon, the alien. And apparently troops were just hanging out in the trees. These must have been all the snipers, but they have no guns to speak of. All right, little mini boss here that we have in Area 3. Its weak point is just a standing shot, as you see, and then it's going to move about 2 or 3 steps and then fire bullets out of its cannon there. If you just kind of lay on the ground, you'll avoid that middle one, and just kind of continue to avoid it, hop up on top to stay safe, and then hop down when you have a chance to rack up some more shots. So take your time here. The ground is going to fall out from underneath you. That second one falls all the way out. The key here to remember is that the double wide sections of the ground that descend like that never go all the way to the ground. So if there's ever a double wide section, you're safe on it. And then here it's alternating every other section. Like I said, double wide never goes all the way through. And then you're through the sort of earthquakey portion and into boss number 3. So this is just going to be a central, you're just going to position yourself centrally, fire away at those moving orbs around the eye there. Try to be conscious of the bullets that it shoots out. Maybe move to one side, avoid those, but really just rack up as many shots as you can. And once you've destroyed those first couple, you're going to get enough stray shots on the boss after this that you're probably going to take it out before the fourth one comes down. But pretty straightforward. Just avoid those shots that it fires at you, and you are smooth sailing through 3 areas already. Pretty good run here. Now, Area 4 brings a little bit more of a challenge than any of the previous areas did. Certainly in the second half of the stage, and when we get there, you'll see just how congested the screen can get. This first part, they're just shooting bubbles out of this top cannon here. Eventually they stop, but don't push your way through. I don't like the chance that a stray one comes down and gets me before I can shoot it, so I just kind of hang back and take them out from back here. And once that's done shooting, you will have a couple of red guys. Oh boy, they came from both sides that time. A couple of red guys like to come up here. Now the key here is when you shoot the ceiling. Oh dear, that was very close. Now let's see what happens when you use the other guy's brake pads. When you shoot the ceiling at that section, that is the point where it's going to start to fall and cascade on top of you. So be conscious of where you hit the ceiling at that section. You don't want it to bring it. You don't want to bring it down right on top of your head. A couple of stationary cannons you're going to take out here. And then when you get to this next section, same thing. You're going to take out the ceiling with where you shoot it. So hiding all the way over into the left corner is typically the safe spot here. These guys are going to jump down, kind of the same. Those were like the blue guys in Area 4 in Contra. They're red this time. So moving our way through now. Yep, we've got our rapid that we can grab. And looking around, nothing really coming down at us yet. Just keeping that spread going. Okay, a couple of cannons here to take out. Pick one on the left side and then swing over to the right. Yep. Pretty easy peasy through this section. All right, now begin the stationary guns that are going to start shooting down at you. You're going to want to take out a few of those guys first and then jump up onto these next platforms. And avoid these guys. They come out in packs of 3. So just once they've released 3 of them, you're going to be able to go back and you're going to have a little gap there where you can ascend. Okay, a couple of guns that are going back and forth on these rails. You can take them out pretty easily, and you're just going to ascend up this section. The spread makes this part the easiest. If you don't have it here, you might find a little bit of a challenge. You can get one, I believe it's later in this section, or maybe we passed one that I didn't take note of, but Oh, no, here it is. Right up on the right side is another spread gun in case you need it. I'm not going to grab it because I have the rapid, but you're definitely going to want it for these bubbles that like to hang out up top, because if you don't take them out, they swarm pretty quickly. Like a group of security guards on Uncle Leo if he's stealing a book from Brentanos. Okay, couple more of these guys that come out in packs of 3. You really don't have to jump off of the elevator here. You can just kind of ride it all the way to the top. At least that's the strategy I like to use. I'd like to have as much room between myself and the enemies as possible. Couple more. Oh boy, forgot one. Couple more of those waves of enemies, and now you're going to be up to the boss, which is whatever this contraption is. But you're really going to just kind of get out of the way the first time. It's going to move to the right, and it releases those like laser beam things in the same pattern each time. So once you take out one of the cannons, obviously those parts are safe, but then it's going to come back and start shooting at you again. But if you fire, if you just rapid fire with your spread as much as you can take it out in pretty much 2 passes. And just like that, we are halfway through Super C. Still no deaths on the run yet. I'm liking that. Feels video worthy to do such a thing. And now moving into the back half of the game, which is, this level might actually be what I consider to be one of the toughest in the game. Just enough going on that you got to remember the pattern of how to get through this. So I don't rush my way through this part here. I certainly don't want to lose my spread. But you want to be conscious of, some of the stray bullets and cannons, some of the guys that are jumping out from each side. Take your time at this part and really get rid of the enemies that shoot those stray bullets, just to make things a little bit easier on yourself. So once you get up to this section, you're going to start having guys floating up from each side. I don't want to get the spread. If you can get the spread and then the rapid, it's nice because then you don't have to avoid it. But I missed one of the items there to destroy everything. Okay, a couple of standing shooting enemies there, and then you're all the way up to the top of this, and now you've got the cascading boulders. With the spread, you should be able to take them out before they drop. Do not jump straight across there. You got to jump straight up to draw that boulder out before you jump across. One more to go, and then we should be on the descent on the other side. So there are about 4 platforms here that you have to descend through. You're going to get random enemies jumping out either in front or behind you. And on this next platform, a couple of them come out from behind. Just take care of them quickly. And then you have a standing gun here. Spread takes care of it rather quickly. Another 3 enemies popping up, and then one more standing gun. And we're going to find our way to the boss. So if you've gotten to this point without losing a life, congratulations. It's not an easy task to do. At this point, you want to just jump and shoot as many bullets as you can at that middle orb. If the skulls do make it down, you definitely can shoot them to take care of them or just jump over them. But Spread does take care of this boss rather easily too. So not unlike the first game, we're going to rely heavily on Spread to get us through this game relatively unscathed. And just like that, we're moving on to Area 6. So another top-down level here. Like I said earlier, another unique to the NES port level. This was not available in the arcade game. So pretty interesting. Now this section coming up with these giant wide-mouthed pits, this is one you want to take your time with. I'm going to walk straight and listen for when my bullets are running into something, because these things can pop up right under your feet. So I try to move through there, very cautiously, being aware of when those things are popping up underneath me. And then this section here does not get very easy either. These mines kind of come at you from all different directions and forces you to change your direction. Whoa boy. Forces you to change the direction that you're shooting. I missed that item. That stinks. That was one that wipes out everything. Makes this last part a lot easier. Okay, but Spread does have a lot of bullets, and it does make navigating that section a little bit easier. Okay, we're through, which was big, because keeping the spread for this boss does make it a bit easier. So we're up to the boss of area number 6. If you move to the kind of the left side of center there, don't let a stray bullet take these things out, take you out, and you think it's over because you've taken out this 5-headed monster. But all you've really done is create a path for the actual boss to reveal himself and come out and try to take you out. So kind of a cool 2-stage boss that you have here. You can destroy the bullets that this one shoots. Just be conscious of the dragon that comes out here. Kind of feels like Turtle Rock, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, Castle 7, I think, that little Turtle Rock snake type thing. But enough shots on the face of that enemy, And you're through Area 6. So 2 more to go before you can say you've conquered the NES installments of Contra. So now we're going to descend here into the pit. There is a couple of gun upgrades you get early in case there's anything that appeals to you, and then you're going to just make your way down these alternating descending platforms, just ducking down kind of at the top there and destroying these things. There may be about half a dozen of these to get through before you enter the next section. Just be cautious and don't take a stray one of his little vomit bullets that you don't need to right here. It's really more about patience and making sure not to waste a life unnecessarily. But really not too difficult. It's the same rinse and repeat method here. So we're going to get him out, and then I think we might be done with this section. Yeah, so now we're moving on to the next. There is a spread gun over to the right side of this level. Now, I already have it, so I don't need to be conscious of it, but it will show up right about here. Yeah, that right one is another spread gun in case you missed it, so you can grab it there. But then you're going to want to move your way down to the middle and then just keep shooting down to destroy all of this so that you can get to the final section before the boss. So now you're going to have these purple, like, alien shooting eggs to worry about on each level. If you can take them out from the platform above, that's the safest way. They kind of come out in different rhythms, and you don't always know when they're going to release one of those aliens until you get down there. So like this one, for example, it could release an alien very quickly when I run down there and actually could take me out. It sometimes is tough to time, but once you see the timing of it, get in there after it releases an alien. This one, I can't really get it from here, so I gotta just hope. All right, took it out quickly, wasn't in trouble on the timing. Very good. I got 2 more here to worry about. Get right up close, take them out. Don't let that stray bullet come. And then we got 1 more of these. Good. Took it out on the right and then the left. And now we're down to the boss. Hopefully you've gotten here without losing any lives. This one is pretty straightforward. Get right in the middle, shoot upwards. You're going to take out that middle chasm, or middle cavity first that releases those fireballs. The skull is going to release 3 of those, like, I don't know, spongy mine type things, and those purple drips that come off of its horns eventually become enemies if you don't take them out. But Spread does a perfect job of taking them all out from that center position. So really easy technique to take care of this boss, and we are through 7 of 8 here, folks. The last level, what we would likely call another alien's lair, but it's just known as Area 8, is coming up. So the final level of Super C. Spread gun, again, going to be useful here. You're going to have these floating orbs shooting around. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, that was not how I thought this day was going to go. All right, we got to do this with the pea shooter now. Oh, no. I'm glad we banked a lot of lives. We do have some gun upgrades coming soon. You're going to want to get rid of these things. Take your time and get rid of those things that release those floating enemies. They do not make your job easier. The aliens in this level are incessant. They're always coming from different directions. Whatever gun upgrades you can get them. Machine gun makes it a little easier on my shooting thumb. Okay, we've taken that out. I believe we've got another spread coming up after this jump. Yes, there it comes. And, okay, all right, we're back in business, baby. Very, very tricky part coming up here. You're going to need to get up here and duck as soon as possible, and then quickly turn back in between bullets to take out that alien crawling up your backside. That is a very tricky part. Caused a lot of deaths for me as I was running through this as a kid, certainly. And even now when I run through it, I'll miss that part several times. Okay, a few more of these little mouths to take care of. You do have to take care of these aliens that just never stop pursuing you. But once you get to this section, I actually do like to give up the spread here and go to the F gun because I want that blast radius. What you'll see here in the next section is that the ceiling caves in and there are enemies that spawn, so right here. And then there are going to be 6 orbs that appear up top and start chasing you. And the reason I want that blast radius is so that I can hit them even when that ceiling comes down. Oh, no. I definitely thought I shot him. Okay, well, we're going to have to show you guys how to do this with nothing but the pea shooter. Now, I'm going to keep one of these bubbles on the screen. I don't know if that will stop the ceiling from spawning more. No, apparently not. Okay, so that doesn't work. You're really just going to want to get through these pits as quick as you can. Oh, I should have jumped there. I'm toast. Ooh, wow, I survived. I cannot believe I survived that. Really, the once you can clear these things out, oh, I should have just gone. I'm in bad rhythm here. Bad rhythm. Oh, now I'm in no man's land. Guys, I really hope I can turn this into a walkthrough for you. But doing this part, oh no, doing this part with just a pea shooter is not ideal. Let's put it that way. So don't be like me. Do as I say, not as I do, and do not lose your gun. Okay, there we go. Cleared through those pits. We should be smooth sailing now. That was the last section of the ceiling falling. And then we're going to descend into the final boss here in just a moment. Okay, just a blip on the radar. We had enough lives banked. I think we're fine. Yep, descend down into the final boss here. This final boss leaves a bit to be desired, in my opinion. I liked the alien heart of the last one and all the spawned enemies. So this one crashes down the right barrier. Here we are, the final confrontation. But then it comes up from the floor. I never really understood that. Really creepy looking. Gonna give it credit for that. We've got some sort of a weird skull, lady's face, spider, tentacles, whatever. Just shoot up at an angle, pushing against that those legs, and then jump over that projectile of red fuzzy things that he shoots at you. He really doesn't take too many hits. And that's it. We've done it. Red Falcon is obliterated for the second time in as many years. Well, 3 years between NES ports, but nonetheless, Super C is now in the books. You can cross it off your list and add it to the list of games that you have completed. Again, guys, thank you for joining us. If you liked the video, if it helped you, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on notifications. We release NES walkthroughs every Wednesday. We've got new content coming out soon. With that said, I'm RetroNate716, and enjoy the end of Super C.